What's up, YouTube? I'm your host, Lawrence Youngblood, reporting from the city of New Orleans channel and author of Raised in Violence trilogy. Today I'm gonna share with y'all my experience and encounters with three rap stars, Lil Boosie, Mac, and CMurder, all while doing time in Louisiana correctional centers, penitentiaries. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first one was Lil Boosie. This was in 2009. I was in DCI. I hadn't been down about 8 years on the serving out a 15 flat year sentence. I had like seven more years to go. So yeah, eight, was it eight, 9, 10? Yeah, about 7 more years to go on a flat, a 15-year flat sentence. Um, so like I said, I was in DCI, Dixon Correctional Center, and he come. I believe it was he had came from Wade Correctional Center, because they was holding him there, and I think and I'm not mistaken, he had got some shit with. I think he was said that he was fucking a security guard, some shit had to went down. But I know it was it was emergency transfer, so. And it was like during the weekday, like in the middle of the week, he came. Whereas transfers they come in on Mondays in the morning time. He came in in middle of the week, like in the late evening. Then also it was like they shut the whole compound, the whole prison down, just to, so to bring him there. So yeah, so he come in, humble dude, ain't say nothing to nobody. Uh, just went straight to his rack. We was it was 5 and 6, 5 and 6 dorm. He went to 5, and we was on 6. I was on 6, dorm 6, and that was on. It was the faith based dorm, and next to it was all open flats, open dorms, but it's just sectioned off. What I'm saying? So, but he went on that side, and I was on dorm 6, like I said, but we was able to meet interact with one another, because they had the big day room, where you watch TV and play pool and so forth, so forth. So yeah, so he come in, they put him on the top rack right in front of the dorm, you know, and so he went in there, and people with dudes with hollering at him, but he wasn't lively, he was still, so you could tell he still had a lot of shit on his mind, and he's still trying to figure this shit out, but shit, about I would say about like 2 weeks. Shit, he was riding that motherfucker like he was in fucking summer camp, man. And at that time, I was looking, trying to get, I wrote another trilogy, a urban fiction, playing it raw, playing it raw. It's about it's an urban tale, about the city of New Orleans. The main characters are Know Your Boys. But anyway, I had approached him about it, because I was trying to, get me a publisher, and so get somebody to help me with it and stuff. So I approached him about it, and he kind of fucked me up, like, cause you know I ain't the type to, like, be dick ride motherfuckers and all, and shit. So it was like I was kind of a little, apprehensive about approaching them, but I approached him, you know what I'm saying? They told him, introduced myself to him, and told him that what I was doing and what I was trying to do, and he was like, "You right?" He's like, "I'm like, yeah, man. Like, man, I'm trying to get." He said, "Yeah," and he was telling me about he just got a deal with Warner Brothers, and he was going he gonna need some writers and stuff, because he wanted somebody to do his life story. So I was like, man, cool, cool. And like, man, said, man, but see, I was telling him, said, man, this project I got, man, you put some money behind, you get behind it, man. We can make some money with this. We can make history, And he was like, yeah, I feel you. And then he was like, he said, but man, get with me later, man. I'm kind of busy right now. And I looked at it. I said, all right, but nigga. And I just walked off after that. I walked out. I ain't tell him nothing after that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my experience with him. Which right after that, I was see about like 2 days later. They put him in a hole. Cause there was this CO lady. I think her name was Miss Robinson. If I can remember right. You know, Heavy set woman with Jerry Curl. She was an asshole. And she was. She didn't like she ain't like nobody. But if you really on her shit list, she really like she gonna build cases on you. She gonna fuck over you basically. And just so happened, one night, Boosie was on the phone, and where her post is at, the phone was right there. Um, so allegedly he was on the phone having phone sex, and she hit the beeper on him, and people come running there on him. So they locked him up for that, But the colonel went and got him right out though, So he skipped, he got off on that shit, So then the next time lock him up black got at him, And then once lock him up black get at you, man, man. I just, man, that man disgusts me, man. He's just to think about him, bro. He always fucking over dudes and shit, beating dudes up. But and so like on my black didn't like him, and cause he, allegedly, he had got paid some COs off to bring drugs and cell phones and shit in, And like on my black guy went to that shit. They shut the whole compound down, came in with the dogs, searching and everything, and did a whole shakedown. So they wound up putting him in an infirmary in the cell by himself, because he was catching he had that sugar bad, and so they put him in there, and it just so happened I was working in the infirmary at that time, and I saw him, and I was trying. I had I holler at him. I tried to give him some letters and shit. Dudes was trying to get to him, but shit, they had it clamped down. They had him tight. Security was tight. So I couldn't really get to him like I wanted to. So, but after that, the next day I came into work, he was gone, man. They shipped him to Angola, So and that was it on my experience with Lil Boosie. So, 2013 hit January. I got shipped to Hunt's Correctional Center, and I wanted to get into the AC and R class, because at DCI they didn't have that trade. Only Hunts had it. So I got the warden at DCI to transfer me to Hunts, and shit. As soon as I got there, got in the class. Mac walked through the door. and he was just starting the class too, you know. And but just so happened it was like the class had didn't start, so we was like 2 weeks behind, and so the instructor he put me and Mac together to to try to like get us to catch up, but man, immediately, man, the vibes was man, was on point. It was very positive, man. Mac was a tall dude, man. He was cool, man. We hit it all cool. Then it was like at that time I had to self-publish, my first volume of Playing It Raw, you know, and so man, and I told him about that, So first, once we got our assignments and we had to sitting down, discussing our work. Of course, once we got that out the way, I just knew that, man, damn, I'm really about to get some help with my book now. So after we got our work and shit out of the way, and it was break time, man, I told him, who I was and this, that, and the third. And I showed him, I said, man, I got a book, man. He was shocked that I had in self-published a book while incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? That's another episode of how I did that. But yeah, I had lived there, and he was like, man, you published the book? Say, yeah, man. Say, yeah, man. Say, man, bring it to the gym tonight. I'm coming to the gym when gym call come. So later on that night, I would say about like 7 o'clock, gym call, 6, 7 o'clock. Went to gym call, brought the book to him. So we in the bleachers, and I presented to him, and he was like really amazed that I had done that. I had pulled that off while incarcerated. So man, it was, I don't know why. I can't say why. I know he told me that his hands was tied, and he couldn't he wished that he could have helped me uh more than he could have, but you know hey, what I'm saying, I put that in the Lord's hand. Whether so I didn't trip on it, So as time goes on, went on, man, we was developed a real cool relationship. You know what I'm saying? Friendship. And it's just we graduated out the class, and he went back on unit, what that is, unit one side, and which was unit two was where the school, the trade school, was all the GED schools was at. So he had to come from one side of the prison to our side. So, but once we finished class, it was like I barely used to start, see him and stuff. But man, Mac was a real cool dude, man. You get his shirt off his back, you know what I'm saying? Anything you ask for, he give it to you, So, but then I can't remember what year it was, but like a few years, I went home 2018. I was in Hunts from 2013 to 2018. And I'm gonna say CMurder come in 2016, 2015 or 16. He come there, and him and Mac got together, like they was like at No Limit Compound Record Company. Oh man, but it was amazing to see him. Me and him chopped it up one time. Mac had introduced us, and and we started chopping it up one time. Me and him together. We was in the infirmary, and he told me straight out. He said, man, my mind ain't on that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I'm trying to get his fucking life sentence back. So, and I felt that. So I ain't really pressure him about it, you know. I ain't sweat it, you know. Like I said, I don't be, you know. You gotta do it. Tell me one time to show me, you know, you ain't really feeling me. I'm not about to sweat you. I'm not about to run me. All right, that just not, and it's not an ego thing, but it's just as a man, you know, what's for me is for me, you know. So, but besides that, man, you know, encountering them dudes, man, you know, it was cool, man. Everything was all good, man. You would think that these dudes get real hardcore gangsters. You listen to their music and the way the media and the court system depict them, you know, as violent criminals. But man, the dudes real humble dudes, man. So and CMurder did tell me he was working in between time he was working on this vampire series, a ghetto vampire series. I said, man, that's dope. That's a fire. He said, I'm telling you, bro, gonna be fire. Why I tell you, real big clown, dude. He like the real like the clown and shit, you know. But yeah, man. But that was my experience with Boosie, Mac, and CMurder, man. So, but also it's just to share with y'all, let y'all know, man. Hey, man, it don't matter who you is or how much money you got. Them people will lock your ass up. You violate straight up. So, hey, man. So, uh, thank y'all for tuning in. So be on the lookout for another fire episode of Reporting from the City of New Orleans. Peace.